Live. Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit with your boy Sophisticated Jerk. I got Famous in the building and Rush in here also.
What up?
Shout out to y'all, man. Yeah, we was just cooking it over on the Labudo Network, man, doing our reviews and stuff. So y'all go check that out over there.
Facts. That's dope,
hey,
man.
The first topic that we gonna break down today, we're gonna cover that Gucci Mane topic where he was kidnapped by Pooh Shiesty and like I think 8 or 9 of his goons. So it sounds like it was a real like serious event and stuff happened. But it seemed like they was Pooh Shiesty was signed to Gucci Mane for a long time and stuff. I wonder what happened with that, man. Like, is this typically normal in the industry, man? This type of shit?
Nah, it's probably over a bad deal, or he probably owe him some money. Because
okay.
you know, niggas be ready to, they be ready to toe down over those bad contracts they signed. You see what Styles P said about Jadakiss said about Puffy when he wasn't giving his money. He wanted to throw a refrigerator at him. He said he wanted, like the cartoons. He said he wanted to drop a refrigerator on his head. Yeah, they bad business, man. People don't play about their money, man. You messing with their money and their livelihood. They're putting in all this work, man. People don't play about that. That's probably what it was about.
So so mainly like if somebody's like in a bad contract, somebody taking advantage of them, they're like, look, I might have to escalate and stuff like that. So you think behind the scenes, man, they brought it to their attention, they might be unhappy or something, and somebody like typically punks them, be like, man, you already signed that contract, fuck you, that type of thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad contract, it's a slave contract. That's worse. Like, this bad contracts and then there's slave contracts when you just basically a slave to the label or whoever you signed you, So I don't know the situation, but I'm saying that's probably what it's about because I don't see it being about anything else.
A lot of times, SJ, in the industry, they prey on young women and men to not be knowledgeable about these contracts. Because it's a whole different verbiage when you're reading these contracts, man. And these kids are not, up to par with that. You know what I mean? So, whenever you get into the game like that, man, you definitely need to have money saved up aside for a lawyer, man, because you're not going to understand all these contracts that you're reading. I mean, you could do it. It's just going to take some time. But knowing him, he just wanted the money up front, so he just signed it right away. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I like what you were saying, man, because do you guys think, man, like, because y'all both, like, for those that don't know, man, Famous, he's an independent rapper, and I know, like, Rush has some experience, like, with the industry, very knowledgeable, man. I was watching the interview, you and Wordsworth was, like, talking about contracts and stuff, so that was a fire interview, man. I was definitely tuned in for that one. So, man, do you think, like, there should be, like, mandatory education and stuff, kind of like the NBA started doing, man? They're like, hey, man, y'all got to get knowledgeable so y'all have an understanding to, like, not only just contracts, like females and shit.
It would be nice to have something like that, but the industry is not kind of like set up to do something that would require that level of being organized. You know what I mean? Because when you're dealing with industry cats, it's a lot, it's a lot of them, just coming home from prison. They, starting up their own company. Most of them aren't really like, it's basically you're dealing with street corporate niggas. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like regular people, these are people that have some ties to the streets or ties to, certain individuals, and they want to get into the industry and the business side of the industry. You know what I mean? But as far as like the 100% pure corporate side of it, like a lot of them aren't even knowledgeable about the whole urban / street culture with it. So the industry is a whole totally different lane. Know what I mean? Like I don't want to keep expounding on it because
no. I want to before we jump in it, man, because I like our insight on it, man. That's why I wanted to definitely have this topic with you guys when I seen it come up. Let me ask you guys, man. Do you think that like this? Oh, go ahead. I
was saying the industry is designed to keep the artists in debt. They're not gonna ever do that because it doesn't benefit them to teach you the business. That messes up their game when they teach you. You got to learn that on your own, to learn that from somebody with experience or somebody that's willing to teach you and tell you about that. Because the industry, they're not gonna put that information out there. Why would they do that? It hurts their business. And you like what Rush said. Yeah, and it's a lot of street guys, and they try to sign a lot of guys that's like desperate for a deal, like probably came out of prison or probably have nothing, and they're willing to sign anything. They life over. They don't even look at what they're signing. They just sign it because they think it's gonna be a better way. It might come with a little advancement, but in the long run, you're gonna be screwed, and you're probably gonna owe more than you did. Probably shit. You're probably gonna be in a worse position than you coming out of jail, because now you're gonna be broke and you're gonna owe.
But let me ask y'all a question. Now that's a good point. But say this incident right here, man. You got people escalating stuff up. Do you think like these type of situations could actually like hurt the industry for like gangster rappers and stuff? Cause say like a motherfucker like me, man, talking like Carlton Banks, like I'm gonna go get me some R&B cats. I ain't about to be fucking with these dudes. Cause I know sometimes people do got like good contracts. They just might be mad or something. They might want extra or something. So do you see that kind of playing out also? Is like, man, they just sometimes take it to the street shit when it's not necessary.
They wanted to do that. They wanted that street shit to happen. That's like promotion. They want stuff like that. That's why they build prisons. The industry, they're in it with the prison system too. That's why they want that type of music. They want that type of energy out there. That's why they probably sign guys that's probably in the streets like that. Because guess what? They probably gonna kill each other, and they still can benefit from their music. They probably get locked up and still benefit from their music and don't have to pay them. They keep all of the money, and they're worth more dead than alive too. I bet you Biggie and Pac made more money dead than they was alive.
No, that's a fact. I heard that, man. No, that's a good point. Fame, do you think this like these situations could impact, just from like because I'm gonna go get me some R&B cats. I'll be like, fuck that. I ain't about to.
Yeah. Now, before I say something, Clarissa Tinsley, she got to stay off the carbs, man. It's seeking through her pores, like the cold cuts and stuff. Yeah, man. She look kind of bloated. I ain't never seen a news reporter look this. They got big news reporters now. They usually be slim. But yeah, like you said, it benefits them. SJ, they ain't gonna get. You said the record label start getting R&B artists. That what you trying to say?
Man, because it's just like if people are never happy or satisfied, man, they gonna be like, look, I'm gonna take it to the street shit, or I'm always gonna say like these people are grimy, even if you might be conducting like good business. It seems like sometimes some people ain't never happy either. So I'll be like, man, I don't even want to deal with that shit.
Nah, hell no, they're not gonna do that because when they react, they're not gonna do nothing to nobody in a record label. They're gonna hell no, they're going straight to jail. They probably take it they do that on a street level part, like a Gucci man, like something like that. But they ain't going to no corporate nigga. They ain't going to even touch them niggas. They're never gonna do that.
Oh, okay. Nah, that makes sense. Yeah, man, we gonna play the video, man, and y'all we'll get all the details in it, man. We'll circle back, man, because I would definitely want to pick y'all brain because y'all actually got a good like front row seat to the industry and stuff. Y'all tapped into it.
Yeah, fuck the industry.
I arrested 9 people in connection with a violent robbery and kidnapping at a Dallas recording studio. Good evening. I'm Clarice Tinsley. Investigators say the main suspect, a Memphis rapper known as Pooh Shiesty, held a group of musicians at gunpoint during a dispute over a recording contract. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is live with details. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Clarice, this is certainly a crazy story. According to that complaint, he, along with his father and 7 others, traveled to Dallas back in January to go to a recording studio to meet up for a purported business meeting. But once there, the rapper allegedly held a record executive at gunpoint over that record deal dispute.
I told you, I knew it was over that.
2 accused kidnapper, Lontrell Williams Jr., known as Pooh Shiesty, seen here in his YouTube video, is under arrest for allegedly assaulting the owner of his record label, New 1017 Records, during a purported business meeting in Dallas back on January 10th. At the time of the incident, he was on house arrest for a previous unrelated crime.
Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
I knew it.
Williams Jr. and
Wait, pause the SJ. Pause the SJ.
Hold on, give me one. Yeah.
Recording studio.
Go ahead.
I told you, I didn't even know. I know nothing about this situation. I knew for a fact it was over some record label, some trying to get out of their contract because they signed these bullshit ass contracts. I knew it. That's the only thing it could have been about. That's crazy though. That's crazy.
Fabe said he got a PhD in niggerdom.
Yeah, and Pooh Shiesty just ruined his life, man. He about to go to jail he just came out too. He ain't never getting out of jail. They got a kidnapping, armed robbery. He's gonna go to jail for mad charges.
Yeah, if he was on parole, man, he about to
He's
get hit with
done.
the book. Let me ask my man Ruthless about it, man. Is he done? Shout out to Ruthless. Thanks for pulling up, homie.
What's up to everybody? How y'all doing?
How you doing, Ruthless?
I don't trust the feds, right? After me being a former federal inmate, I don't trust what the feds do. So it appears one way, but we got to wait till all the facts come out. We got to get everything on the table. But if they just played that he did do this, right? And maybe whatever his principle was, why he did this, he was already probably prepared for the consequences. So, in his ideology of what a gangster stands for, I mean, he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
Now,
I think he's done that.
We as civilians may look at it like that's stupid. You got money, you got contract. Some dudes don't care about that, right? They do it because they're good at it, but their principle supersedes the things we think that's important.
I gotta give you some pushback on that. Because I get what you're saying, man. There is principle. I'll be like, man, go get a lawyer, man. Try to get out of that.
You're not a gang member. You're not a gang member, so you're not in his life. You don't have the same ideology. So, of course, you don't think that way.
Yeah, these young niggas ain't thinking about lawyers. They probably can't even spell lawyer, SJ.
Nah, I got you, but man, what would be the point to go address a contract to turn around, go back to jail, man? Now you ain't getting nothing, man. When you're actually living pretty good, I can see you as a motherfucker, your ribs touching. I'd be like, all right, man, I understand. You ain't got shit to live for, but it's like when you don't hit them heights.
Don't have money, right? SJ, a lot of them don't have money like that.
You have to understand, right? Guys, just let me help you guys out. Well, some of you, I think the dude did the bottom knows. Everybody doesn't believe in the things you believe in. They don't. Some people are just here to delete people. That's all they care about, right? They don't care. You give them 20 million, brand new car, brand new house, and they're still, if they don't like somebody, they're gonna go delete them.
Yeah.
Period.
That's like the
it
joke.
doesn't matter what we think, right? They this is what the principle they stand on.
Yeah. Yeah, some people prioritize bullshit. Like Dark Knight, the Joker said, some people just want to see the world burn. They don't care about money. They don't care about nothing. Some people just, they prioritize different things.
Yeah, and that's what.
I get why SJ is kind of like confused because, on how Pooh Shiesty handled the situation. But this is a common thing that goes on within the industry. For example, there's a man called Maserati Fox. He worked out a deal through G-Unit, right? And that particular company owed him some money, right? So what Maserati Fox did, he got all his goons surrounded the building to make sure he got his money, but they ended up dropping him because, those that side of the industry would like, that's not tied to the streets, like the straight up corporate people, they were terrified of that, so they end up just dropping Maserati Fox from that particular company. But this is a common thing that goes on. Like whenever a self-proclaimed rapper that's tied to the streets and the company or corporate cats owe them money, this is how they resolve their problems with the company by, kidnapping people, beating them up, etc. So these type of people, they're not gonna attack the situation through a logical perspective. They will always revert back to the street method to gain their financial gain through that situation.
No, because I get what y'all saying, man, but it's just it's almost like, man, like I like how Rush broke it down because he was like like saying it ain't logical. It's like, man, you're literally running up to this building with your dad, your peoples that they know is you, and you're making them sign contracts under duress. So it's like, man, ain't none of that shit gonna stick. So it's like, man, you could have been a little more discreet if you want to catch them somewhere or something. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, God, y'all run up in the building, they're like, Pooh Shiesty, is that you? Like,
yeah, come on, man.
Think about it, right? Some people.
Hold on, let Fame, and then you go, Ruthless. Go ahead, Fame.
No. SJ, you right, because I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna risk my freedom over no shit like that. I'm gonna do it the correct way. Try to get some lawyers and try to fight it that way. Because I'm not risking my freedom for nobody. But they don't think like that, man. They prioritize something else. So, and that's the only way they know. So that's what they revert to, like Rush said. You can go ahead, Ruthless.
Once again, right? This is why blacks are divided, right? We all have different principles of what we stand on. Like, for example, I wouldn't have did that, right? I wouldn't have done no dumb shit like that. I would have just been like, okay, I'm gonna get a lawyer. I'm gonna go through that way because I'm not trying to go to jail behind or get a lot of time behind this. But I understand though that other blacks don't have the same ideology as me, right? They stand when these gangster rappers come out and they be rapping about what they live in, we people embrace it, but then when they execute it, we say, well, that was dumb. He told you what he was when he was rapping, right? So they are under a line of respect. To them, they have died for that shit. And it doesn't matter the cost, right? And we have to accept that. So we're looking at it from our perspective and our ideology, which, okay, that's fine, might be stupid to us, but to them, it means something. That's why you don't go around disrespecting people. That's why you just pay people and be a good businessman, Gucci. You pay the people their money. You owe them. If he wants out the contract, you make sure he gets out that contract because you don't want to create a hostile environment. You don't want to have that type of stuff around because it could lead to this. And even in regular day-to-day life, this is why we respect other men because we don't want to be disrespecting people with somebody who don't really care. He might want to take you out because he felt disrespected. Well, I didn't really say nothing but call you a nigga. Oh, well, I didn't like that word. Bam. So we got to understand Gucci Mane has a responsibility as a professional and as a former street guy to uphold a respectable relationship with Pooh Shiesty. And not only just for the professional reasons, but for his safety.
But let me ask you something, Ruthless, because I was asking Fame and Rush before you jumped on. So I was like, say for example, like Gucci Mane did do business correctly, but you know how some people just be unhappy, man. Maybe they sold a little bit more and they're like, man, I deserve a little bit more money, even though like I got a good contract. Do you still have to feel the same way? Like,
well,
do you think that the burden would then follow on Pooh Shiesty in them?
If he's my number one artist and he's putting out and he comes to me and said, look, man, I'm outperforming my contract, I'll be more than happy to give him more.
Oh, okay. That's a good point.
Because it protects the integrity of the relationship. It also looks good for the optics. So this is what black people need to learn to do better. Black people need to understand optics better. We need to understand politics better. And stop trying to take advantage of everybody because you just want to be grimy and greasy.
But do you feel like as far as business, like, man, there's because, like a lot of times in Rush and could probably speak to this, man, people are giving advances and stuff. So say like me and Rush, we got a record label, man. We signed Ruthless and Famous and, we give y'all the advances and all that. Sometimes people don't understand all that stuff and, they don't understand the company got to recoup their money back.
Yeah.
Do you still think the company should take give out the money, like you said, the increases even at the expense of them recouping?
If he's outperforming his contract, that means he's already recouped the money. He's outperforming. We're already in profit. We're in the green. And he comes to me and says, hey, man, I want a little bit more because I feel like I've done my part plus. I'll be more than happy to give it to him. Because
I got you. That makes sense.
Even if it costs me a little bit of my profit, right? But I'm thinking of the long game. Man, if I can make this guy happy, he's going to continue to make me more money, and I'm going to get more money long term. So I'll play the long game. Sure, what is it? I'll give you a couple more million. No problem.
But all right, one more question, Ruthless, and we're going to get back to the video. So say like, man, you hear me talking, I sound like Carlton Banks. Should somebody like me avoid signing like Pooh Shiesties, or should I stick to the R&B, the pop singers? Should I leave Pooh Shiesty and them the hell alone?
No, long as you're doing good business, long as you understand that you're going to protect the integrity of the relationship by any means necessary, of course, you should do people like Pooh Shiesty because he has talent. You have the means for him to cultivate his talent, and y'all can make a lot of money together. So work together and just protect the integrity and make sure that you do everything it takes for this to win. Right? That's simple.
Okay. No, I actually like your perspective because that's kind of what Rushton was saying. Like, hey, man, typically, Fame called it off the jump. He was like, it's a faulty contract. My man bought that crystal ball out on that one.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know the situation, bro. I didn't even know. I just saw it in passing, like scrolling. I never read up on it or nothing. But I knew that was what it was going to be about. You know, Styles P threw chairs at P. Diddy over their contract in the office.
Okay. Stan, I didn't know if you wanted to jump in now or you just want to wait till the video finish playing out.
I'll let the video finish playing out.
Okay, then. All right, let me play the rest of this. But I was looking up Pooh Shiesty net worth. It says his net worth is around 3 to 4 million. And shout out to his father. His father was like, I'm riding with you. That's a piss poor dad. He definitely ain't getting no father of the year. Because I would have stopped my son. I'd be like, look, we going to get some lawyers and shit. My man said, hey, fuck it. Where's my shit at?
His pops is probably a street dude too. That's why.
Yeah. But it's like, God, man, these dudes you go handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like my son, I'd be like, dude, lie. You got a bright future. Let me ride on your behalf. Like I ain't gonna let you go in.
Yeah.
The money man shouldn't be going to these situations.
The gist of it is this. Williams wanted out of his contract with New 1017 Records, which is owned by fellow rapper Gucci Mane. Federal investigators say Williams pointed an AK-style weapon to the head of the victim, identified in the complaint by his initials RD, and forced that person to sign a release to his recording contract. Gucci Mane's real name is Radrick Davis, which matches the victim's initials. The group also reportedly stole expensive watches and jewelry from the victims before taking off. Investigators say they posted these pics on social media.
One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness.
A picture of one of the victims' injuries was also included in the federal complaint. The co-defendants include another Memphis rapper, Big 30, and Lontrell Williams Sr., Pooh Shiesty's dad. Our sister station in Memphis was there on Wednesday when the FBI executed a search warrant on the senior Williams' home. Dad reportedly set up the meeting between his son and the victims. Neighbors reacted to the early morning raid.
I heard them say, you know, come out with your hands up. We've got a warrant.
Our office collaborated with multiple law enforcement agencies and other FBI offices to carry out this investigation that ultimately led to these arrests.
Meanwhile, the FBI says it is still searching for one more suspect believed to be in the Georgia area. I can tell you that the defendants face a wide range of charges, including kidnapping and robbery.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be like, listen. Hey, so let me ask y'all a question, because somebody was saying, hey man, they were just kind of getting on Gucci Mane for telling. I guess he was like, they said he's a snitch for telling, even though he was a victim in that, man. How y'all feel about that?
Well, in that life, you're still a snitch if you're telling in that life. Okay. So, yeah.
What about you, Russ?
When you talk a lot of shit, and you know, Gucci Mane's an icon. Well, I wouldn't say icon, but a famous gangster rapper who says that he would never call the police on many of his albums, and
exactly.
People hold him to that type of standard, and then you go and do that, you're gonna lose your, So I think that's his wife talking. Ultimately, baby, no, don't get the guns, baby, no. We're going to call the cops, right? And Gucci Mane just kind of fell into it. Is he going to get on the stand? That's another conversation. But in my opinion, I wouldn't have called the cops if I'm in Gucci Mane position, because first of all, I would have never, but if let's just say the guy pulled up and said, hey, look, I want out this contract. I said, I will let you out the contract. I will not deny him that right. But if I did force him and he put the gun to my head, then I'm just gonna go get my guns. We're gonna have to shoot this in the streets. because I'm a street dude, he's a street dude, and this is what I live by. This is the code I live by. Why I'm gonna go call the cops? You know what I'm saying? Why I'm gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what's good. All right, here, take all this. And then as soon as the walk out, I'm gonna get my goons together and lock everything up and let's go.
Damn, my man turned that to the Wild Wild West out there. Russ, do you see him as that? Because can you ever leave, like, say, like Gucci Man, like he's now a businessman. So is it because like he talked shit initially, put himself out there, and he's got to stay to that code?
Nah, I disagree. Like, Gucci Man's a businessman. I mean, that was just straight up business, and you know, this is what comes with the industry. Whenever you sign these Cobra Clutch contracts, man, you know, he's the one who's putting up most of the money up with his company, and you know, it is what it is. Now, as far as like Gucci Man doing business with Pooh Shiesty, I think he should have been a little bit more cautious dealing with it. Because, you know, Memphis niggas is wild. Like, not a lot of people understand, like, yo, a lot of live fires is in Memphis, Tennessee, man. Like, them niggas out there get busy. So, I mean, yo, if I was Gucci Man, I'd have been kind of, like, reluctant to sign Pooh Shiesty because I know what kind of cloth these Memphis niggas is cut out of, you know what I mean? So, now I would have never signed Pooh Shiesty.
Okay. All right, let me get Stan in here. So Stan, before you came on, I'm like, hey, is it even worth it to sign like gangster rappers? I was like, man, I might go and just sign R&B artists and country singers. I ain't fucking with all. What's your take on this?
No, you gotta make them. It's business, right? But I do understand, like, if you're gonna sign out of a contract, but you're coming out with guns, that's under duress. And that doesn't uphold underneath the law. Facts. So it doesn't matter. Like, you got to do it the right way. I think for everybody's sake, well, I know for everyone's sake, you got to recontract for yourself, and nobody's going to take care of you like you could take care of you. So you have your own lawyers and read the contract and make sure you're taken care of.
That sounds so poetic.
But that's actually what's needed because dude, we got like 30 years of music business one-on-one with Vibe Magazine and The Source. What are we talking about? We're not idiots anymore. And we got this thing called the internet on our cell phones.
Yes. No. I'm not saying you're wrong, sir. I'm just saying it sounds so poetic. You should have written a song about it. But what I'm saying is the reality.
Hold on. Let him land real quick. Ruthless, you got it. Let Stan go ahead and finish cooking.
Look, the Southern rappers, that's how things roll. Gucci Man was there with the Southernness because he's from Florida. Everybody holding it down for Southern rappers. Concerts run high. There's business to be made. Now, yes, I will call the goddamn police. And matter of fact, he didn't even get the police. He got FBI. That's a higher up of higher up. You are locked up. Like Akon said, they won't let you out. That's it. Like, I'm calling the police. I ain't doing all this Wild West stuff. What I look like? I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. Say it again.
You're civilian.
Guess what? Yeah, I'm a civilian. Also, it's the same way, right? While you locked up, I'm going to sell your stuff overseas, going to sell it out here, going to make the money. Then after that, I'll flip everything that's for you, put it somewhere else, and you'll never see it. I'll make sure you stay in jail for the rest of your life. And I'll make sure that you meet Big D Buster in there. So you'll never come back out.
That's fine. I got what I got out. I did what I need. I thought was good for me. So,
and I'll sell your publishing.
If you take my money, if you take 24 million from me, I'm coming to see you. So you can call me.
It's gonna be more. You can't see me. I'm taking your publishing, and you're gonna belong to somebody else.
No. We're gonna have a call a meeting with you. Like,
there's no meeting, and that's number one too. I don't do meetings. What does they call them meetings? What we look like calling them meetings?
I thought actually, you know what? I actually thought Pooh Shiesty was kind of nice, right? Could have shot him in the leg or something. He could have pistol whipped him. He actually got him off pretty easy, I thought.
You quality.
I thought he was going right.
I think maybe back in the day you probably would have handled it like that, but I think now, man, you're a critical thinker. You're like, man, I'm gonna do this a different way, man.
Here's nothing too. Here's nothing too. everything was on video. There's photos.
No, it
There's
wasn't.
reports.
No, it wasn't.
Nah, they got photos, man.
No, they
It's
don't got
done.
no video. They don't have no video of the thing that happened inside the studio. Period.
But you got video on the outside.
Yeah,
Everywhere is
just them
video.
there. Yeah, it got them there, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't have the actual robbery on video.
Here's something. I know that Famous and Rush is in the music business. I got a question for both you guys. Is it possible?
I'm in my business, understand?
I know, but overall, right? Is it possible if you sign a contract under one name, right? Under one entity, can you just go ahead and become another entity and not even care about the first one?
They'll own your they won't own nah, you can do that, but why would you just gonna give away everything you work for that name? Just give it away?
But you're still the person, you're still the entity, just under a different name.
Nah, what you mean? You think they're gonna give you?
Yeah, you can do that.
Nah, you can't do that. Wait, what you say? You saying so? They're saying
okay. Like, say for instance, right? For example, your rap name is I don't know, 25 cents, right? And you sign a contract under Interscope through 25 cents. You're having differences with that company, and you want to leave that company. Technically, you can sign a different contract all under a new name. I mean, but you, as far as you holding that brand as 25 cents, nah, like they own that. But you can't change your name and start from scratch. But you don't want to, like Fame says, you don't want to do that because you put in so much work, so much. You might have gotten some endorsements with that name. I mean, a lot of revenue is tied to that name. 25 cents. I mean, but
it's not guaranteed you're gonna do better under another alias. You're basically starting all over.
Because is it like one of those things like people kind of connect with the name and shit? It'd be like DMX, for example, like
it's
how huge his name was. So for him to become like CDF or some shit, they recognize DMX. It's like a household name. So that's what y'all kind of looking at. Like, man, you don't want to detach from that name because it's so visible and shit.
It's branding. It's branding. You notice you can see that when people like when they try to change characters in movies and stuff like that, it never works. Or when people try to change like the movie name to something else when it's originally been this, like this is not gonna work.
Okay,
it messes up the whole. It messes up the whole aura.
Let me use this example so everybody can understand. Know what I mean? Okay, yo, SJ, right? You got this YouTube channel under Sophisticated Jerk, right?
My shit's trash though. No, I'm
but
joking.
I'm saying you got right now. You got 5,000 subs on here. I mean, you got like 100,000 views on here. Like, you don't put in work. Now you got a difference between yourself and YouTube, and YouTube is like, yo, listen, man, you can't do nothing else with this name. Know what I mean? So now you got to start up a whole new channel and start from scratch. That's like kind of like the same equivalent.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm getting at?
No, that's a good example. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
So you always want to hold your original household name because you don't put in so much work and then develop so much, equity with it too. So you don't want to get rid of that name. I mean, I'm saying, but technically you can. I mean, you can leave that Cobra Cuts contract and start up a whole new name, but you'll really be starting from scratch.
And the crazy part is you starting from scratch, and that's what Russ was talking about is a lower level. Now, speak on like a person that's in the music industry that's giving up millions. They're giving up millions and all of their work. You don't want to do that. You're gonna fight for that.
Okay. No, that's a good. Okay, thanks for explaining that. Because that makes sense then. Because I was kind of thinking what Stan was saying. I'm like, yeah, shit. Technically, you could just jump off. I thought they always would sign like you have to put your kind of like stage name, but also your government name on them contracts. Also,
No. Everything do go through your government name. I mean, that's how.
Nah, but they don't own
a hold or lien on certain things that you have. I mean,
okay,
that's a real actual contract that could get held up in court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they don't own you, Rush. You guys just make that clear. They own
Yeah, they own the
Yeah,
name.
they still
the
own the
brand,
stage
the
name.
name.
They don't. Yeah, they.
But they
All right,
own
you gotta make that
yeah.
clear. But the 360 deals, nigga, they might own you.
Yeah.
The 360 deal, they own everything you do. Like, it doesn't matter. If you open a restaurant, they're gonna take a piece of that. They're gonna take a piece of your performance, your stage performance. They're gonna take a piece of your record sales. If you have a bike company, they're gonna take that. So yeah, those 360 deals, they're taking everything. Cause you know they're not recouping their money like before, like the industry. Cause the industry is almost over. Cause they're not making as much money as they used to. Cause music is not selling.
So why would anybody sign a 360 deal then?
They don't know better, desperate, and you know, they probably get them a name because they put money behind. But they probably get you a name, and then you can probably let's say if you sign, it's okay to sign a bad deal for your first deal, but not nothing like a slave deal. Because if they're gonna get you a name, that's good for you. If you can leave that contract, because you can build off your name if they make your name a global name. So if you can sign a bad deal that's going to benefit you in the long run, it's okay to sign like a one bad deal, but it can't be nothing like a slave deal for years and years on end. It got to be something temporary, a short term, and then you capitalize off that name and make more money off yourself after you leave the contract.
Nah, okay, man. We're gonna go ahead and I definitely wanted to touch this one, man. Thank y'all for that insight and stuff, because I know y'all like know some of the ins and outs and stuff. But shout out to Famous. He got a track called Gatekeeper, man. So I definitely go listen to that, man. He breaks down some of them dynamics. But man, we're gonna jump into the main topic. It's the Leslie Jones talk about marriage is equivalent to slavery. So I definitely would get y'all takes on that, man. I got the video, but
I gotta say this, SJ. Leslie Jones, her name is Leslie Jones, right?
Yeah, Leslie.
She shouldn't be discussing marriage at all. I don't know who's trying to marry Leslie Jones. She's not qualified for this topic. I'm sorry.
But based on her sentiments as far as marriage, man, is she on to something as far as like is marriage the new slavery? And y'all could give it from like a woman and a man's perspective. What y'all think, man? Is it the new form of modern slavery?
Won't go. I think marriage is about to be obsolete. I think relationships in general are about to be obsolete, man. Everybody is in it for the wrong reasons. So I would say if she's right about it as being it's slavery, because all depends on, mostly for men though. I think it's slavery, not for women.
Oh, okay.
I think women can get something out of marriage, but I don't think it's really necessary for men at this point.
Okay, Rush, let me go ahead and get your take on that. Do you think Leslie's on something?
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just asking. Do you think Leslie's on to something?
Nah, she's not on to something. Like Fane was saying, like, yo, most dudes that's in a marriage is technically, the slave, because, the laws, the laws is always going to give the female leverage within the relationship, you know what I mean? And now with Leslie Jones, she's probably, feels that way because she's not being chose, because her physical attributes isn't necessarily up to par to grasp the type of male she wants. She's gonna feel kind of bitter and entitled to a certain caliber of man, But I say this, with an unattractive dude with money, he could kind of swindle his way into an attractive female's life. But nah, bro. But the exception don't make the rule, Russ. That's like very few men can do that, man. Let me finish, please. But like she the money ain't gonna be the cheat code for her, man. I mean, like. Yeah,
I got a question too before y'all play this, Russ, SJ.
Shout out to Russ, man. My man was eloquent with the words, man. He said all that, man. That was like some presidential shit to say, like, she's busted. He was real tactful with that. Shout out to Russ.
I got a question too, SJ, when y'all ready.
I didn't say she was busted. I'm just saying, like, because of the money, the type of money because the type of
You
money
the
she
sucker-free
has,
boss, man.
she's
Keep
gonna
it
feel-
real. Keep it
I'm
real.
keeping it real. The type of money she has, she's gonna feel entitled to a certain caliber of man, but that's not gonna work for her physical attributes. Know what I mean?
Fame, apply pressure. He dancing. He dancing
I
over
got a
here.
question. I got a question because if me and Leslie Jones was the last people on Earth, I'm sorry, the world would come to a screeching halt.
You said if y'all was the last two people on the planet, you gonna die with your dick in a coconut.
Yeah, we won't be the last people. But I had a question for y'all. If you and Leslie Jones, any one of y'all, I want y'all all to answer. Would y'all procreate to keep the world going, or what? The world's gonna end.
Yeah,
with me.
Let's be honest here. Leslie Jones is the type that Leslie Jones will produce NBA and NFL legends and Olympians. That's the type she produced. She is what? How tall she is? 6'1", 6'5".
She's like 7'8", Sasquatch.
There you go, man. Your descendants will be happy for you.
So Stan, is that a yes? You got to answer the question that you say yes.
Not it has to be a younger Leslie Jones, not this bitter.
No. You
can't procreate with a 57-year-old dude. You say ain't gonna procreate, right?
No,
she gotta be childbearing age.
Nah, you gotta take it as of now, Stan.
Right now,
with no kids.
Right now,
Stan, the world is in your hands, Stan. Hey, we're about to die off, and you and Leslie Jones, y'all on some Adam and Eve shit. Y'all the only two, and we need y'all to repopulate. What's going down, Stan?
Hey, there's nothing where Hennessy can't fix.
But she's 6 foot, Stan. So yeah, she gonna put your ass in a headlock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like nothing that Hennessy can't fix.
Okay. So Stan, he's like,
hey,
before shit go down, you gonna find some herbs. You cooking up some some liquid.
If a lot of us look down our ancestral line, somewhere down there, somebody got a Colt 45 and went ahead and got our great granddaddy pregnant. Like, hey, we got kids now. It was nothing. A Colt 45. Something happened. Got him drunk. Moonshine, especially moonshine. You be seeing triplets. You gone with moonshine in the South. But so Leslie Jones is not ugly because in the South, there's so many Leslie Jones. It's that attitude she has. She always have an attitude.
It's not just attitude.
It is a nasty attitude she has, and she just like nobody want no aggressive.
But hold on, let me go ahead and get Ruthless in there because I want him to answer the original question and famous question. So Ruthless, do you think marriage is? Oh, I gotta get Rush too. Let me get Ruthless in here real quick. So Ruthless, do you think modern marriage is the modern slavery?
Yes, and it's her statement has a two-part message. So what the women are telling niggas is that they're not going to go back cooking and cleaning and none of that. So they're not marrying to go into that. Okay, that's the part she's saying. That meaning, if she don't think marriage is for a woman to be doing all that stuff, it is slavery if she has to do those stuff. And so where women say they don't want to cater to you, fuck you. That's pretty much what she's saying, right? Now, on another level, now that the second message is women are looking for slaves. They're not looking to be slaves. So they're looking for a man to enslave. Right? This is what women want. They want a man to worship the ground they walk on, and she wear the pants. That's what she's saying, right? So, which is a twofold message. So, men, we have to understand that women, they are looking. They really don't like us like that, but if they're going to deal with us in a form of marriage, we'll have to cater to them, and they basically. You need to provide a lifestyle for them where they don't have to do nothing, so they won't consider themselves as slaves. If not, they're leaving you.
Okay.
I agree. That's total facts. But now you got to ask them what they're trying to get out of it. Russian Ruthless got to ask if the world was coming to an end. Would they procreate with Leslie Jones?
Hey, get that Hennessy out, baby.
Oh, okay.
Nigga, the world cooked, nigga. It ain't happening, nigga.
I mean, hey,
so
I
Russ,
gotta get horny.
he said he ain't doing it if the world on the line.
Yeah, I ain't do that.
Yeah. You said hell no,
I'm getting
Famous?
horny and ain't nothing out there.
I can't. I ain't never gonna be that horny. I can't, man. I want to get.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
just
to
saying
be
you never
able
been
to
there
get it
before.
up. Even if ruthless, even if I wanted to, I'm not gonna get hard.
I don't know. It's different when you're the last man on earth, though, and ain't no other
Yeah.
options for her.
I still
She
got my
start looking-
hand.
Hey, she started looking good. She started looking like Beyonce after a while.
Nah, I'd rather Pamela Henderson.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
and we all say this, right? Do some
Mhm.
jail time, 20 years, right? And you start, hey, you understand what I'm talking about, right? Then you're like, damn, she look good. It's just, man, she a bad bitch now. So it's different when circumstances are you get horny and you want a little something and she's your only option. You might deny it the first 3-4 months, 5-6 months, 7 months. You might start, oh, well, damn, she don't look that bad no more. Damn, look at that. You start seeing different parts of her body that didn't exist before.
I still got. But you got to remember, if you're the last man on earth, you still probably gonna have access to all the lotion in the world. You still got Pamela Henderson, and you still got memories of bad bitches.
Famous
Hey,
ain't
ain't
gonna
nothing
fucking
like
some
real
jerk
thing.
your soldier's gonna betray you, my brother. Your soldier's gonna betray you.
Hey, what's that song? Ain't nothing like the real thing,
Real
baby.
thing, baby.
Y'all stupid.
all it takes, Famous. All it takes, Famous, is a cooked meal, a drink, and a back massage, and then next thing you know, your soldier on its own.
Yes, Stanley's romantic, man. You could tell he's romantic. He be having the most romantic situation set up.
Hey, man.
But hey, y'all think? Hey, let me ask Ruthless's stand. Y'all think Rush and Famous is capping? I
Yeah,
feel
man.
like I like what Ruthless laid out. I think like month 7, I think they're gonna be like they're gonna have Leslie Jones tattoo on the back. They gonna be rocking "I'm with her" shirts and shit.
Nah,
Talk about my queen and shit.
Yeah, man. Look, I learned my lesson. I was young. She was 400 pounds, and bam, I was surprised.
Let me say this, right? Let me say this, right? This is why women are winning. And Famous, I understand what you're saying because, I feel the same way too in the aspect of now, but a lot of men are not, they don't have the access. They don't have the access, so they get weak. They get weakened. So a woman like her come around, remember, the least attractive woman is getting the same amount of attention a very attractive man is getting on her level.
I agree with that.
Get the fuck out of here, Leslie Jones.
Yes,
yes.
Man, I used to put her in front of construction workers. You know how many Mexicans hiring at her? Whistling.
Bro,
Y'all tripping. I give y'all like a below average, but like that far down, like she ain't getting the same access as though.
Yes, she
Y'all-
is.
They did a study. Hey,
Nah.
they did a study already. Go ahead.
That's
What was
it.
you saying, Rufus?
underestimating the first. Oh, go ahead.
They did a study on this already. They say the below average woman gets just as much attention as a really, really good looking guy because, and on different levels, just that is just more men are thirsty. You have to look at it like that, sophisticated. Most men, they remember when I tell you about the 6 to 7 to 8 months, that some dudes ain't getting up for 2 years.
Yeah.
5, sometimes 10.
But Famous, what was you saying? You said I'm miscalculating it.
No, you underestimating the thirst of men. And Ruthless is right. They said the average man. They said the average man has the attention. I mean, the average woman has more attention than an A-list male actor.
Damn.
I'm
No,
telling you.
it kind of makes sense now because what was homegirl's name? Precious. She got she bagged a man and stuff. She married and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
I
y'all right.
remember when we did the review for Love After Lockup, and how many of those guys were like, and you look at the women they with, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, because
And Precious got a nigga that's like a millionaire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
she bad.
Yeah, he like an average looking guy. I'm like, I'm telling you, man. I agree with Rufus with that part, but I just can't do it.
Y'all right. Because the 1,000-pound sisters are out here getting dick. So yeah, it makes it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
This is what you have to remember. You got to this is where women are winning, right? When it comes to holding that coochie and not letting any guy have access to it, they unite like Voltron, nigga. They're like Voltron. They, even though they don't like each other, even though they don't have but when it comes to making men that they think they don't deserve what they got, they all line up. They all line up. That's why most guys who get the coochie is a small percentage of guys. It's not the majority. So women, they got this game. I don't know. I don't understand it, right? But it's real. The shit is real. Their ability to create a demand for their coochie is exceptional.
Yeah.
Not even just that, but also providing them stuff they never had before, like attention, love, affection, somebody quote unquote care about them, but it's not really care. Is what you can do for me and I care right back. It's not really is reciprocal kind of. But like, they're stuck because they have nowhere else to go. Because to anybody else, you're a weak man, but this woman wants you, and so you staying around because you can't do any better.
I think that
Damn,
I think
we
the whole
taking some L's.
I think the sisterhood got a whole underground cult that they go to. They secretly meet up, and they all on the same page. I'm telling you, the sisterhood is united, man. When it comes to destroying a man, or they unite, man. I'm telling you, men are not as united as Yeah, they're not as united.
We can't because men will throw us underneath the bus. Men will throw. He's trying to break us up. He hate women. You see him. You see him. I can't be like him. Like, come on, man. Men will throw us underneath the bus. Men don't have
Ruthless always be getting on me. Ruthless said I'm bad for the community and shit.
No, you're in a great marriage. You're in a good marriage. So stay where you at.
Ruthless said I be too harsh on men and shit.
Sophisticated jerk. He projects his life on the other men. And that's what makes him bad.
No, he doesn't.
Right? Yes, he does.
I don't think he do that.
No, but Ruthless, here's something. When SJ say something about 50-50, we have a proverbs in Haitian Creole in Spanish. If I spend all my money, I'm translating. If I spend all my money into the wife, where is yours going?
Oh, that's a Haitian proverb or something?
Yeah. So once
again,
keep on l'argent sorti. And this translation is, if I spend all my money, where's your money going?
Okay, that should sound gangster though.
Yeah, because guess what? When you sign up for taxes, you have to put it together. And then on top of that, go ahead.
So once again, right? This is why a lot of men aren't marrying, because the women aren't sharing their money. The women aren't catering to the men. 50-50 is very rare. This is not the majority, right?
Most 50-50 is not rare.
It's very rare. It's an absolute.
No, it's not. You know why it's not. You know why it's not rare? Because you had Gabrielle Union and what's his name? That dude.
We're talking about the average, right? We're speaking to the average. The
average was doing 50-50 before.
98% of men pay the mortgage. And just period, right? And that's the biggest bill and the most extensive bill. Men
Ruthless.
Dominate that bill. From
Ruthless, we did a segment on dinks, also known as back in the day as yuppies. Also, when you look at TV shows, old TV shows, Mad About You, Caroline in the City, Murphy Brown, they always put their money together because women worked, men worked. No, that was a whole culture. Friends, everybody was putting their money up.
That's something they portrayed to you. That's not real life, though. Real life was grandpa would give money, grandpa would give mom the money, and she would do whatever and to run the house and all that. The women always
Grandpa
control
was not
guys.
doing all that. Grandpa was slick. He gave her some money, and at the same time, he had 3 or 5 families outside. They had to split it with. Y'all act like Grandpa can't read.
But we're not going to. But we don't want to turn this into character, right? We're just talking about principle right now.
There was no character. Grandpa was having sex.
Typically, the woman has always ran the house. Always. Even in the 60s, the 70s, right? The husband would come on break, give her the check. This is where the happy wife, happy life came from, right? Way in the 50s and 60s. So therefore, this is not new. So what to the women saying that marriage is slavery, what the women are saying is, we're not going to cater to you, nigga. We're looking for you to cater to us. Women think they're the prize. Men tell them the prize. Oh, baby, you're the prize. So therefore, they look to walk into a marriage or a situation where they have to do virtually nothing but be a bad bitch. And this is what a lot of women desire.
At 57, Leslie Jones at 57, she's just doing bad. She ain't no bad B. She's just doing bad.
Leslie Jones, if she really wanted to get a man, she can get a man like tomorrow, like next second.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Not with that. Not with that negative outlook. It's not going to work.
She could get. Look, Leslie Jones can get a man. She just can't get the man she wants.
Right, she can't get the man she wants. Right, who's a high level man, but she could go get her.
She get a man from New Jersey. If she get a man from Philly, I know she get one from Philly for sure. She looks like a Philly chick.
No,
she does. She like a Philly chick.
You talking about right?
What? You gonna tell me she don't look like a girl from Philly? Like she ain't walking around with butters?
Oh shit!
But all right, hey, let me go ahead. Let me play this video, man, so we get all the context. But
you like a powerful man.
I do.
So a dominant to your submissive.
I'm not submissive.
Could you be a trad wife is what I'm asking.
Trad wife meaning like I'd be at home and no.
Like making Oreos from scratch.
I don't absolutely.
Why not?
Yeah, dog, you good.
Leslie Jones is a full woman, right?
Yeah.
57. Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah, you heard the voice too.
She's not a transformer, right? Because she sounds like a dude.
No. She, like I said, Leslie Jones, she could go ahead and build up a whole lineup for NFL and NBA.
Yeah,
Stan, Famous, I thought the same thing at first, man. That's why, but nah, it seemed like she always been a female. But yeah, that voice is brolic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And them shoulders too. And her voice is deeper than all of ours.
And once again, this is where you build your legends from. It's not from baddies. It's from her.
Stan always trying to create some Amazons and shit.
You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with a baddie? You gonna have a 5'2" son. What he gonna play?
Yeah, but it's embarrassing when you got. Yeah,
what he gonna play?
It's embarrassing when you got a 6'5" son that can't play ball.
And you know why he can't play ball? He just won't play. You know what? That is true. But because all the girls is tailored towards him, now he's somebody's whatever, and he might be married to Leslie Jones.
All right, let me finish this out.
Because that's not who the I am, and my daddy didn't raise me like that.
To be a trad
wife.
To be anybody's wife. My dad used to literally say that to me. I didn't raise you to be somebody's wife.
That's so brave.
I don't know if it's brave or smart. Most of the people that I know that's gotten married are divorced now.
And so really, that's an indictment of the institution.
Yeah. I think marriage is legalized slavery.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Say more, because if I'm thinking about slavery and I'm thinking about marriage, there are two different images that come into my head.
Absolutely not. I don't think, I don't know how you don't. A man is, especially if he's expecting you to be a trad wife, you might as well pull out a whip. And a chain.
Can we pause for a minute? Can we pause?
I don't care. That's a nigga. I don't care what y'all say.
No, look, she's just the baseline to build up athletes. If you 5 foot something, this is who you want to marry and get in, and your descendants will thank you later. Look.
Look at Steph Curry's dad and his wife. Nah, they got Steph Curry. Nah, that's not. Don't put that out there, Stan. You can still
I'm
get a
putting it
beautiful
out
woman
there.
and have
I'm
an
putting it
athlete.
out there. I'm
Stan
putting it
gonna
out
have
Look at
there.
motherfuckers
Steph Curry's
upset.
dad.
I'm
Steph
putting it
Curry's
out
dad ain't
there.
got no Amazon. Nah.
No, she's an Amazon. She's a Puerto Rican Amazon. Like, look,
Nah,
nobody makes
don't
Oreo
understand.
cookies. But I gotta say this real quick. Nobody makes Oreo cookies from scratch. Nobody nowadays know how to cook, nor they can clean. We have come so far in technology. This whole thing is an insult. Trad wife, I don't want your cooking. Just buy the Oreo cookies. I don't even want you to buy anything. Amazon deliver. Everything has been easy for us to go ahead and survive as human beings. We are spoiled. This whole thing of trad wife, nobody's trying to do that. Trad wife costs us more money. Up here, you ever had chickens before? Chickens cost. Chicken costs. Have you ever had a yard? That costs money. Up here growing your own corn and tomatoes and potatoes. I live like that. Trust me, that costs money. There ain't no lifestyle for anybody. You won't if you've never done it before, this is not some romance novel that you go ahead and you put together and you live in the Tyler Perry movie life. Stop it. You from the
So,
city. Everything everything you order down the street is cheaper to go ahead and buy a meal
so,
outside your household and bring it home. But to act like she's from freaking New York City, how's she gonna
so,
act like
so
she
let's
gonna make something from scratch? She
let's
don't
have
make
this
nothing from
conversation.
scratch. Go
Let's have
ahead.
this conversation, right? This you're missing it, right? Women don't give a fuck about what we think. He is sending a message. She said, "That's not the way my dad raised me."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's got
Now
this from
she's
a man.
single. And now she's single.
Slow down. No, what most women are single because their expectations are unrealistic, not because they can't get a man, right? But the point I'm making is her dad taught her to be independent. The same men who cry about women with an independent mindset, who said they don't need a man, we cried about, but we did at the same time. We taught them how to be this way. So now it's coming back to bite us in the ass. So here's where it's at, right? Here's where it's at. In 2026, women are running the show. If you get with a woman, she is going to demand you what she expects from you. If you do not comply, she will die single. So now we're in a standoff. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? My man.
Oh, that's easy.
Said, we can't do it.
You know what we're gonna do,
Too many men.
Ruthless? You know, Ruthless? Now, this is what we're gonna do. 4 out of 5 of the guys on this panel, because SJ, you married, we're gonna go overseas with our passports and go ahead and get these people pregnant, get these women pregnant.
No.
I'm gonna send my son. I'm gonna send my son protein shakes. I'm gonna send my son protein shakes. The time he hits 19, he's gonna be 7'5" and 300 pounds of muscle, and then he's gonna play for the NFL or NBA.
When we talk about the average man, right, that is unaffordable and unrealistic, right? Very
no, that's
expensive
affordable. We don't know we have money. That's our problem. If men knew that men have money and they act like they don't have money because they're spending it.
Let me say this, right? Most black men are dedicated to the race of black women. You know that, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So they're not going overseas. So
this is easy. I'll bring it over here.
Rufus, you got to count me out. I like the snow bunnies. I ain't dated black. I don't think I dated a black girl in over a decade.
Well,
why is that?
Well, you're the minority.
It's not. No, I'm not. It's not discriminate. I don't know. I haven't been attracted to like physically, not a physical thing, but I haven't been attracted to the mindset of the ones I met. So.
You don't.
Oh yeah, you haven't been to California yet. You haven't gone to Southern California yet.
You represent the minority of black men.
Okay.
Majority of black men, they're down with black women. You see how the voting went. The black women went Democrat. The black men followed. Right.
Yeah.
And so therefore, right now we're in a situation where pretty soon, because so many men are pedestalizing these women and feel like they can't live without women, that
yes, we can.
The women, a lot of men. I said not you personally.
No, we can't live without women. But we can't.
No, I'm just saying. But okay, thank you. You made my point. Women are saying a different ideology. The women are saying we don't need men. The men are saying we need women. So what do you got? So, slow down. So what do you got right there? You got now the leverage going to the women because they're willing to sacrifice your ass to get their way. And you're going to compromise quicker because you're like, wait, hold up, baby. Yeah. You know I love you, baby. You're going to Lenny Williams ass nigga, right? So therefore, with that being said, you are going to be signed up to be a servant. You're going to be her slave.
Yeah. You're ruthless. I say this all the time. A man is a blowjob away from being back on the plantation.
Damn.
Facts.
So, let me finish the rest of the video and then we'll circle back. Because there's something saying.
I gotta say this real quick. Famous, that's a t-shirt.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, blowjob away. I'm telling you. That's why. You see the question? There was something that a guy asking the question. He asked women, would they live in a world without men? They said absolutely, all of them. And all the men said they cannot live without women. They said they wouldn't do it. So that's Rufus is right.
Yeah.
I think they be talking tough though, man. I don't think they actually mentally mean that shit. I just think it's a
no. They try it. They'll try it though. They'll tempt it, SJ, because that one woman built an island full of women, but they needed men after a week.
Yeah, but we're not, listen, as a society with technology, the women can do it.
I don't think they can do it, but I think they'll definitely try to.
Yeah, let me finish this out, man. We'll circle back.
Wow. So there are young people watching who might be wanting to get married. What would you say to them?
Don't
get married.
No.
Okay.
Oh God, you are crazy.
How am I crazy?
You are crazy.
You're saying that marriage is
No, I don't believe in the marriage. No, I don't.
So you wouldn't get married?
No, and I don't think it's beneficial for a woman at all.
You like a powerful man?
I do.
All right. Do y'all think, man, with her, it's like a defense posture though? Because like I forgot what Rush Chart made me famous. They were like, man, I don't think she's getting the guy that she wants. You think it's more or less that, like, since I can't get that, let me kind of project a little bit, be like, oh no, I don't want marriage.
So once again, you're right. So she might be not able to get the slave she wants. See, she's looking for a good slave. Right? And the women, when they pick their slave, they want him to be fine. They want him to have 6 figures. They want him to still want him to pay all the bills. They want him to do everything and be a slave, right? So yeah, and you like her aesthetics because they're not that good. She ain't going to be able to get it for the man she wants because them men up there, they got it. They got money, so they got options. So they're not. They be like, bitch, keep it moving.
But isn't that her fault though?
Yeah,
that's not her fault.
And she's willing to die on it. She's gonna die on this hill.
Yeah, she had to be
this is what I'm saying, like the fault, right? This is what I mean by fault, right? Real quick, this is what I mean by fault. Like the fault of like having the expectation that you want to be everything to all men, as opposed to like, hey, you can be something to this man or to that man because you already here on this earth. So somehow you are attractive enough to be here on earth. You can find somebody just for you, but it's not going to be everybody.
Nah, they don't want that. They want the same men that all women want. It don't matter how they look. They got the same requirements. Like Ruthless said, she want a house nigga.
But she could get that. He's from Philly.
But think about it.
But she want her. It's like the NBA draft, right? It's like the NBA draft, right? They want. You got the top, right? The top, the top prospects, right? Right. The teams are going to pick the top prospects first, the number 1 to 10, right? That's the way women pick the men. They're looking at top prospects.
Ruthless. Okay, I'm looking at prospects right now, Ruthless, right? Above us, I have 3 men from New York, the tri-state area. They're not going to pick her. You and I are from the South, West Coast. We already know on the West Coast it's not going to happen. I'm from the South. It could happen in Mississippi. It could happen in New Orleans. And it probably could happen in Alabama and Kentucky.
Nah, Stan, it can happen with you. I think if she give you a bubble bath and a nice massage, I think you can. She'll happen with you.
Like, look, if she had a track star, let's be honest. She got the little chickmunk cheeks, and she go ahead and ran like a track star, and she had a track star body. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the South, she's not ugly because there's so many women that look like this.
But you're giving her
I
better
grew up with.
attributes.
But
Stanley,
I'm
you're
just
giving her
telling you,
better
like there are
attributes than
women
you
that look
have.
like her, but they're very feminine. So she's always aggressive when it comes to men.
Yeah, I think
Men
her
need to go
personality
ahead.
definitely kills it. But man, like, hold on, let me hone in because you was talking about the age earlier, so I looked up her age. Man, she 58. Just think about it, man. She in the same market as like a Melissa Ford, Tracy Ross. So they all got the bad personality, and they're all looking for the same guys. But at the end of the
It's
day,
not
you gotta
gonna
make a
happen.
decision. You going for one of them versus Leslie Jones.
She need to just go ahead and find a 65-year-old man, Dominican, and just be happy with him.
Yo, Stanley got this shit mapped out. Stanley got the whole thing mapped out, man. You know the way she should be.
You said she gotta get a motherfucker looking for a green card, and that's like legally blind.
A Dominican poppy. She need to find a Dominican poppy, and just be
I
happy.
can't do that to my Dominican homies.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Stan, you
We're
gotta
gonna
be
put
a
him on these
matchmaker,
bus.
man. Stan, you should be a matchmaker.
Hey, look, it's always secure the lifestyle and the visa. We know what she likes. She from New York. Get her a Dominican poppy.
Nah, she from Memphis. That's where she actually from.
But she been in New York for so long. She's
Nah,
a New
don't
Yorker.
try to put that on us.
That's on y'all. That's on. But that's what I said.
I see what you're doing. You try to slide that on over.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
what's
Like she could have got a man from Philly. I mean, like, yo, like, when do we ever gonna? And plus, she's like 58. Stop telling people not to get married. Like, it's not for you to tell the young generation not to get married because you don't want to get married and you never dated.
Let me help you out, Buster. Let me help you out, right? You just got to evolve, brother. You stuck, right? Women are pushing their truth, and
That's
true.
they're saying their truth is what she said. They don't feel it beneficial to be married to a man. Why do they feel this way? Because they're getting all the perks from men without being married. You got men paying women's bills who are not even married to them. I'll pay your bills, baby. I'll do this for you because I just want your presence. I just want to have a conversation with you. I just want to sex you. Women are we're in the era of prostitution. I'm sorry to tell you. And
damn.
Men,
Okay, shit.
Men, we have to get out of this illusion of the 50s, the 40s of marriage. Marriage is no longer a desirable outcome for a lot of modern, women and men as well. And I think that's where.
Could it be though for us? It's a benefit because she's up there, and so we can have that same contract that Caduce had with Mary J. Blige, and just put her out on rotation to go ahead and do comedy tours and pay for, like, you know what I'm saying, my child support with kids that's not hers anyway because she already adopted them, and I already got her for like spousal support, like what Caduce did to Mary J. Blige.
She's not doing it.
Stan talking about some homosexual shit.
Benefit for us men. Like, why I can't get paid? You know what I'm saying? She wants to get married, and I'm going to get paid.
She doesn't want to get married.
Yeah,
she's lying. You know what? She said she don't want to get married. She keep on saying it year after year after year. You haven't dated anybody. Let's stop there.
She probably you don't know that. You don't know that. She could be into that Diddy things, right? She could be into that, right? So many different ways
Diddy stuff
to get satisfaction. Yeah, she go to the freak. Yeah, go to Freak Nicks and get her back blown out by 20, 30 dudes, and she good for the 6 months.
So y'all
until
wasting
next week.
Amazon eggs doing sin? Lord,
Yeah.
She's wasted. That, like what Rufus was saying, they choosing this, man. They do be saying it. They're like, man, this marriage stuff. They said they don't want no parts of
but
that.
how would they know if they never even been in a relationship before? That's the part that's puzzling to me.
They don't want it though. Russ, that's what Ruthless is saying. Listen, we just did a movie review on people we meet on vacation, and this girl got all of the perks from this guy, and she didn't even give him no cutty or kiss him. Just left him in the friend zone, and he's still giving her the whole boyfriend experience. So, like Rufus is saying, they can get everything without the marriage. So why are they getting married?
And then they don't want
I still think I think there's a small portion of women that want to, but I do think a lot of them, man. I don't think it's as much as they don't want to stand. I think it's more or less like they almost know like a guy ain't gonna tolerate the bad behavior, so it's just like they just stay out of the market.
That's not it. That's not it. There's not enough dudes making enough money. Number one, if they can't get the man that they want, right? And because the man that they want, who they can get, they don't want him anymore because he has too many options. So therefore, they're not going to downgrade. They're not going to downgrade because this is what difference between men and women. Once women make a certain amount of status and money, they're not going back, nigga, to that nigga in the hood, right?
Yeah.
So she's going to realize that I can't get these type of guys, these rich guys, because they got too many options. They're going to be cheating. So you know what? I could just I could pay me a dude, 24 years old, come blow my back out, send that nigga on his way, buy that nigga a Gucci outfit every now and then, and I can have my freedom. I don't have to explain myself to no nigga about where I was at last night, why I'm getting eyelashes, why am I overspending, right? Women don't want to answer to men. And the only way they're going to deal with the man in 2026 in the marriage form, if that man has to be the complete invisible nigga that don't exist.
Yep. Yeah, Rufus, you said that perfect. You broke that down perfect because women they'll rather be single than settle. And that they'll be single for the rest of their life than settle with a man. And they
don't be giving Ruthless no props.
Nah, he's right. That's what they want, man. They'll be single and settle. And they want to, they want the free. Listen, that's why right now they still get the boyfriend experience, but they still get the freedom. That's why they ain't gonna get in relationships. They want their freedom more than they want the relationship.
All right, y'all.
So that's why we have a low birth rate right now.
Yeah.
Because modern women don't want kids. They want to live their soft girl era.
Yeah, and they fucking the same men. All of them are messing with the same men.
So what I said earlier before was correct. 4 out of 5 of the guys on this panel are gonna go overseas and build families.
But Mustard, due to the internet, those women out there starting to act the same way as American women. They see what's going on, and they starting to getting conditioned to the same way, and they're getting westernized.
Yes, it
But all right, man. Now we're gonna go ahead and close it down, man. Good topics, man. Thanks for everybody
we ain't
pulling
get anything from Rush yet.
Russ like he falling asleep.
Now Rush be he be mellow listening, man. He be on that Shaolin monk shit. And when he comes in, he drops like a whole short, concise, and he breaks stuff down. But Rush, what you got to say on all this before we close out?
He's that Rush like sucker free Yoda.
Is Ruthless cooking?
Well, what's that actor name? The actress name?
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones. Yeah, like she needs to work on her attitude. She'll probably have better luck, finding a suitable mate. But as far as her not tricking, I think she's in a space that is mandatory. It's mandatory for her to have a good attitude and be generous with her money. And she'll be able to, find a suitable mate, man. Like, the way she acting, like, like you would think she's like I'm just saying Beyonce's name, quote unquote, for conversation's sake. But a female like Beyonce can make demands like that. But as far as her, it's not gonna come to her liking by her having a bad attitude because she's rich,
So Rush, you said she gonna have to trick some bread on a dude, right?
Yeah, man. She might have to trick some bread.
No, Rush, at 58, she's not changing. At 58, that changing shit is done. She's who she is. This is her final form.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. She's not changing. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. So, like she's cooked, nigga. I mean, and I guess that's why she's lashing out, because she knows she doesn't have any options. So that's why she's saying the craziness right now. Because she don't believe that. She don't believe that marriage is a slave, man. She's just upset that she hasn't found a suitable mate for her because of her, her finances, man. I mean, she's in a different socioeconomic status, and by her being on that level, on a high level of a socioeconomic status, she feels entitled to a top 5%.
My man
A
Russ always
Dominican
come
man
through.
from the Bronx. A Dominican man from the Bronx could fix it.
She's not taking a poor man and upgrade him. It's not happening.
No, she just need a Dominican poppy from the Bronx.
You don't. See, these
Yes,
women,
you do.
you're missing it. Mustard, you got to
She
understand.
needs to go to Spanish Harlem. She needs to go Spanish Harlem.
She's a
You said what
millionaire.
she needs to do. She's not going to do that. She's going to die angry.
Yes.
Facts.
She can stay right here, buy her a 24-year-old who's going to come and blow her back out every now and then, and she's Gucci.
And he's going to be Dominican from the Bronx. That's what she needs.
Y'all gave me an idea for a new a topic, man. I'm gonna definitely have to hit all y'all up so we can explore that. It's like our YNs, the new dating market for older women that don't want to change.
No, they're not.
YNs,
They don't know how to do this stuff.
Yeah, they're not going to date.
No,
That's going to be a temporary thing. It's not long term. It would never work long term.
What you about to say, Ruthless?
The YNs are playing out, right? The YNs are playing out. They're very short-term solution based. Women are more gearing towards now. They're chasing the guys with stability, right? Older guys with a lot of money. That's what they're shooting towards now. No more YNs are playing out.
Yeah,
because women want to be rich for anything. I'm done.
Yeah,
no, look, the
YNs
from the islands are going to play it a long haul.
Nah, you saw that? There's a video I saw like 2-3 weeks ago where it was like 200 women lined up for like 5 guys, old guys on a yacht. That's what they doing.
Oh yeah, we gotta review that one. That was a funny
I
video.
find it. But the YNs is just temporary. That's not going to work long term because the YNs is going to, once you get older, the YNs is going to leave her. After he finishes blowing her back out, he's going to try to get something younger eventually.
Well, wait a minute. No, because I look at 90 Days Fiance, Gambia, Jamaica.
It's probably going to last 90 days.
Dominican Republic.
Them shits never last.
Honduras, Panama. Women are
you talking about
coming
something temporary though, right? I mean,
let me last a long time. They be crying. Oh, she didn't come back for me.
What's a long time?
Here. I'm now 25.
What's a long
She
time?
had me when I was 18. I mean, they be pulling them in.
That's not no date. It's probably a rare thing. That's not no thing that's happening in numbers.
Well, I'm gonna come up with empirical evidence. You know how I do it.
Yeah, we're gonna dig that data.
Stuff this week.
But all right, man, let's go ahead. We're gonna close out now, so we'll go around real quick and get everybody's part of words. We'll start with you, Famous.
Thanks for having me on, SJ. It's always a pleasure, man. I hope everybody's having a great Easter Sunday. Go check out that Sophisticated mixtape, Sophisticated Thug mixtape out now. Documents video out now. And Don't Be a Candy Bar Girl. That single's out right now.
Shout out to Famous. Definitely check out his music, man. He could actually rap, y'all.
Yeah,
he ain't one of them people
that single Candy Bar Girl. Don't be a candy bar girl. Stay away from these candy bar girls, man. They're doing Snicker bars. They're doing Twix. They're doing Kit Kats. Baby Rules, and they'll do anything for a Klondike bar. Stay away from them.
Hey, Ruthless, what's your part of words? And thanks for pulling up, Ruthless.
Man, this is to the men. You're gonna have to evolve, gentlemen. The days of old is over. That pro-marriage shit is out the window. It's all about.
You sounding like Leslie Jones over there.
No, because I'm not going to. Men telling other men to walk into a burning house is foolish. These women are no longer going to do what it takes to keep the relationship together. Once their happiness is compromised, and when they feel they got a need to move on, they're destroying everything. So, I would advise men to evolve, learn self-love. Short-term gratification is better than long-term investment, and the less you deal with women long-term, the more peace you would have in your life, and that's it.
But I gotta say something for Ruthless. These men are devolving. I think cavemen are smarter than these simps today. These niggas are real life suckers. They're real life suckers, man.
But all right, let me get Russ in here with his part of words.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Just man, just be grateful for the little things you have. Have an open mind. Don't be. Yeah, it's good to understand your self worth, but don't be a prude about it. You know what I mean, be realistic. Have an open mind, and blessings that come towards your way, man, and stay sucker free.
Shout out. Thanks for pulling up, Russ. But all right,
Hello?
Stan.
Wait.
My man Stan having technical difficulties, so I'll just my part words, man. Definitely, man. Shout out to all y'all for pulling up, man. I like the different dynamics, but yeah, I agree with y'all, man. Man, I think a lot of this shit falls on us because even like in the video with Leslie Jones, she was saying like her dad kind of raised her that way and told her that stuff. So, if dads are out here giving that kind of information and not raising, their daughters to be wives or, sons to be husbands, man, that's where the breakdown sometimes happens and shit. But go ahead, Stan. I'll let you close us out.
You're not a snitch if you call the police. You're a grown adult, number one. Be like Lex Luthor. Always be ahead of your enemies. Play chess. Number two, Leslie don't speak for everybody. And the father, I agree with you. Like, he just ruined her. And I understand because you don't want to have a teenage daughter that's pregnant and be a teenage mom. But this dating stuff, you guys just made it ridiculous and hard and when it didn't have to be. That's it.
No, facts. But all right, y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, we try to do this every Sunday and stuff, man. So thank y'all for, supporting and stuff. But all right, y'all, we out of here. Peace.
Peace.
All right, one love.